Hello guys, hi, I welcome you to Smart Krida Current Affairs mock test for 25th and 26th June. NFG has recently signed an MOU with RRU to strengthen the competence of the NSG. NSG is headquartered in which city? You must all know about National Security Guards. They were predominantly displayed in the 2008 terrorist attacks on the Taj Hotel in Mumbai. And after that, they are most prominently visible during the PM's security cavalcade. They are the main security who prevent terrorist attacks. So, in which city they are headquartered? The answer is very simple. It is New Delhi. So, NSG is headquartered in New Delhi. It was founded in the year 2022, September 1986, and they are having the National Security Guard are having an MOU with the Rashtriya Raksha University, and they've signed an MOU for this cooperation and collaboration aimed at strengthening the core competencies of the NSG. Which department has issued a special call for the Northeast region as a part of its mission program Biotech Krishi Innovation Science Application Network, Biotech Kisan? So this special call for Northeast region is issued by the Department of Biotechnology. The Department of Biotechnology has issued a special call for Northeast region as a part of its mission program Biotech Krishi Innovation Science Application Network, with the aim to understand the local problems of the NER farmers and provide scientific solution to those problems. Very, very important. Over 200 entrepreneurs have been developed in the rural areas according to this call. Which of the following countries is going to host the 9th Asian Ministerial Energy Roundtable 2022? So which of the following countries is going to host this 9th Asian Ministerial Energy Roundtable 2022? The answer for the same is India. So India is going to host the 9th Asian Ministerial Energy Roundtable next year. Very, very important, right? The 9th Asian Ministerial Energy Roundtable, dates of which will be announced later, will take forward the understandings reached in the previous meeting that was in Abu Dhabi. Abu Dhabi is in UAE. India, Italy and which country have launched a trilateral partnership for stability in the Indo-Pacific region? So India, Italy and which country? The answer for the same is India, Italy and Japan. So this is very different from Quad. Quad consists of Australia, USA, Japan and India. But this is another trilateral partnership, right? So this Indo-Pacific region, and for that, for having peace and stability in that region, India, Italy and Japan have launched a trilateral. This is the second trilateral involving India and European power, hoping to create stability and rules-based international order based on the consent of all, not on the power of few in the Indo-Pacific region. Very important. Because they can ask like which is the trilateral partnership. So you can get confused in the Quad, but it's not Quad. It's basically Japan, Italy and India. India and which country have recently signed a memorandum of understanding for cooperation in the field of agriculture and allied sectors during a virtual meeting? So India and which country? The answer for this is India and Fiji. So India and Fiji have signed an MOU for cooperation in agriculture. We must all know that many laborers went to Fiji during the time of British occupation, and they were settled there. Now they are the natives there. So this MOU will further enhance that partnership which we have with the natives there, and this MOU is for agriculture and allied sectors between India and Fiji, and it was held virtually due to COVID-19. Ministry of Defence has signed a contract with which company for construction of 2 pollution control vehicles for Indian Coast Guard at a cost of about 583 crore rupees. So Ministry of Defence has signed this contract with which company? The answer for the same is Goa Shipyard Limited. So Ministry of Defence have signed this contract with Goa Shipyard Limited for the construction of 2 pollution control vessels for Indian Coast Guard at a cost of about 583 crore rupees. The acquisition is under by indigenously designed, developed and manufactured. This was launched after China hit India in the Galwan Valley. Though we won that light skirmish because of the valiant sacrifices given by 20 of our soldiers, but it shook India, and they have now gone like for indigenous development of weapons. So that's why they have built this pollution control vessels for Indian Coast Guard. Which country was crowned the first ICC World Test Championship? The answer is that the country that was crowned the first ICC World Test Championship was New Zealand. So New Zealand captain Kane Williamson savoured his team's special win after they beat India in the inaugural ICC World Test Championship final in Southampton on Wednesday. Very important. So they have beaten India in Lord's Cricket Ground, which was changed to another session because of rain. Who among the following has recently topped the Edelweiss Hurun Philanthropist of the Century? This is a very important question. It can come that who is the greatest philanthropist? Philanthropist means परोपकारी व्यक्ति या जो व्यक्ति बहुत दान करता है. So philanthropist person is somebody who gives a lot for the society apart from his own blood and kith and kin. So this philanthropist of the century was Jamshedji Tata. He was the founder of the Tata Group and he has topped the Edelweiss Hurun Philanthropist of the Century. Right? Very, very important. I must tell you a small story that Jamshedji Tata was on a ship to America so that he can find a geologist who can tell him the location where mills or steel production could be formed, because only with an expert advice he could do so. On that ship, he meets Swami Vivekananda and he gets very impressed with his personality. Then he asks him like what he can do for India. So Swamiji replies that one thing that he can do is that he can build a university. Based on his recommendations, Tata has built, I think three great universities are under their name, which they built according to Swami Vivekananda's inspiration. Very, very important. So he is the only Indian in the top 10 list. Which of the following bank has recently launched Pay Your Contact service? So Pay Your Contact service has been launched by which of the banks? The answer for the same is Kotak Mahindra Bank. So Kotak Mahindra Bank has introduced Pay Your Contact feature to enable mobile-based fund transfers, right? Very important. This innovative feature allows the UPI platform and allows customers to send money or make payments to any of their contacts across all payment apps simply by entering the beneficiary's mobile number. World's first ever genetically modified rubber was planted in which state? Kindly give the correct answer. World's first ever genetically modified rubber, because right now the only permission for the genetically modified thing is BT cotton. So BT cotton can only be produced, but this world's first ever genetically modified rubber was planted in which state? The answer is none of these, as it is Guwahati, Assam. So it was planted in Assam. Sorry, not none of these. It's planted in Assam. Right? So world's first ever genetically modified rubber was planted in Assam. Very important. The GM rubber plant, first of its kind, developed exclusively for the Northeast because of the region's atmosphere, is expected to thrive in the climatic conditions of the region. Very important. It is expected to revolutionize the natural rubber production in India. Chief Minister of which state has launched Agriculture Diversification Scheme benefiting Vanabandhu farmers in the tribal areas? Kindly give the correct answer. Which state has launched Agriculture Diversification Scheme 2021? The answer for the same is Gujarat CM Vijay Rupani. So Gujarat Chief Minister Vijay Rupani launched the Agriculture Diversification Scheme 2021 benefiting Vanabandhu farmers in the tribal areas. Under this scheme, tribal farmers will get fertilizer seed assistance of rupees 31 crores, in which 45 kg of urea, 50 kg of NPK and 50 kg of ammonium sulfate will be provided. These kind of crop enhancing substances are used so that the crops are bumper, and this was launched by Gujarat CM Vijay Rupani. India's official Olympic theme song Lakshya Tere Samne Hai has recently been released. Who among the following has composed the song? So if you have to remember this, then remember it by the singer of Himachal, that is my state, that is Mohit Chauhan. So Mohit Chauhan has not only composed the song, but he has made the song and he has sung the song also. So this theme song Lakshya Tere Samne Hai has been recently been released. So it has been composed and sung, the song title Lakshya Tere Samne Hai. Event saw Union Youth Affairs and Sports Minister Kiren Rijiju attending as chief guest while the song was released. Who among the following has recently been appointed as an independent non-member director of the CWI board, that is Cricket West Indies board? The answer is Darren Sammy. So Darren Sammy, two-time T20 World Cup winning former West Indies captain Darren Sammy has been appointed as an independent non-member director of the Cricket West Indies board. Who among the following has been appointed as the first Vice Chancellor of the Delhi Sport University? I will give you a hint. She is a weightlifter. The answer is that it cannot be Anju Bobby George because she was a high jumper, so it cannot be then. The answer is Karnam Malleshwari. You will get it very clear and in your memory by seeing the frame. So retired weightlifter Kannam Maleshwari, first Indian woman to win a medal at the Olympics, has been appointed as the first Vice Chancellor of Delhi government's Delhi Sports University. She has been awarded the Rajiv Gandhi Khel Ratna Award, Arjuna Award and Padma Shri. Which company has recently appointed Hindustan Unilever executive Amrita Pada as the Chief People Officer with effect from October 1, 2021? So Amrita Pada is the Chief People Officer of which company? The answer for the same goes to Bharti Airtel. So telecom operator Bharti Airtel on Wednesday appointed Hindustan Unilever executive Amrita Pada as the Chief People Officer with effect from October 1, 2021. You can see it here. Which company has recently introduced centralized web-enabled workflow-based technology platform ePGS? So this ePGS enabled workflow-based technology platform has been introduced by which company? The answer for the same is LIC. So LIC has launched a new centralized web-based workflow-based IT platform ePGS for its group business operations. This is designed to provide for centralized collection and payment accounting with high level of bank integration through host-to-host connectivity and provide very innovative features of seamless and integrated banking with automatic reconciliation. Which of the following state has recently approved transfer of MIAL ownership to Adani Airport Holdings? So which of the state has approved this transfer of MIAL ownership? The answer is Maharashtra. So Maharashtra cabinet has approved the transferring of the ownership of the Mumbai International Airport Limited, constructing the Navi Mumbai International Airport to Adani Airport Holdings. Adani is on an acquisition spree. Every month he is acquiring a port. So if you want to invest money in the corporate sector, my free advice, not from SmartKida, will be to invest in Adani. Which state government has recently partnered with UNWFP to empower women self-help groups and strengthen their livelihood? So which state government has recently partnered with UNWFP? Kindly give the correct answer. The answer is WFP and Odisha government have joined hands to improve nutrition security among women group. India has a lot of nutritional scarcity. What we eat is luchi, kulche, chane, but these are not very healthy diets. Healthy diets are, let us say, a lot of lentils, a lot of food which are like poultry based. So that is not available because they are quite costly. And these kind of programs are launched to remove the deficiency from women because women are the carriers of the next generation. Even men, but women more so because they have to be properly fed. So this improving household food and nutritional security by strengthening livelihood initiatives is for the state-supported women's self-help groups. Very important. Which UTCM has announced the Mukhyamantri COVID-19 Parivar Arthik Sahayata Yojana to provide financial assistance to the family members of COVID-19 victims, persons who have died? The answer is that this UTCM is Delhi. So Delhi government social welfare department notified the Mukhyamantri COVID-19 Parivarik Arthik Sahayata Yojana, that is the family economic assistance scheme, which is 50,000 ex gratia will be given to every family that has lost a member due to COVID-19 with an additional of 2,500 per month if the deceased was the sole breadwinner, right? So very important. So he's also promised free education and financial assistance to children who have lost one or both of their parents. Benign Aquino III has passed away recently. He was the former president of which country? So Benign Aquino. The answer is that he was the former Philippine president, Benign Aquino. So he was the former president of Philippines. Who among the following has recently launched India's Olympic theme titled Lakshya Tere Samne Hai? The answer is that this song has been composed and sung by, I've told you, Mohit Chauhan, who sang many songs with A.R. Rahman in Jab We Met. But this song has been launched by Kiran Rijiju, who is India's sports minister. So you can see it here. Which company is going to acquire the 1200 megawatt SR Powers Mahan project located at the Singrauli district of Madhya Pradesh? So which company is going to acquire that? The answer is Adani Power. So Adani Power is going to acquire 1200 megawatt SR Powers Mahan project. Very, very important. Center has extended the tenure of appointment of Ananta Barua as a whole-time member of which organization for a period of 2 years beyond July 31? The answer is this appointment of Ananta Barua as a whole-time member is extended by 2 years, and he serves in SEBI, that is Security and Exchange Board of India. This deals with commodity and derivatives. Very important. Who among the following has recently been appointed as the CEO of Magma Fincorp Group? So who has been appointed as the CEO of Magma Fincorp Group? The answer for the same is that Magma Fincorp Group's CEO is Vijay Deshwal. So Vijay Deshwal has joined the Poonawalla Group acquired Magma Fincorp. That's more than enough. Rest is his CV, but he has joined the Poonawalla Group acquired Magma Fincorp. It's in news because Mr. Adav Poonawalla is producing record vaccines. Which organization has revised its GDP forecast for India to 9.5% for the fiscal year due to severe COVID-19 pandemic wave, that is the second wave? It had earlier projected a growth rate of 11%. Why these projected growth rates are important? Because these global rating agencies, when they give a positive growth rate to India, that means that more investors will invest in India. So the answer is that the organization that has revised its GDP growth forecast to 9.5% is S&P Global Ratings. So S&P Global Ratings revised GDP forecast of India to 9.5%. Aphthonia Lab has announced a strategic partnership with which bank to support fintech companies, that is financial and technology companies that like Paytm, PhonePe, so that their efforts to innovate and inject new ideas would transform the Indian financial sector. So Aphthonia Lab is going to work with Yes Bank. So Aphthonia Lab has announced a strategic partnership with Yes Bank to support fintech companies in India in their efforts to innovate and inject new ideas that would transform the Indian financial sector. SBI Card has joined hands with which lifestyle retail company like Myntra by launching contactless co-branded credit cards to cater to the premium segment customers. Myntra is a lifestyle company, Fab India is a lifestyle company, Tata Click is a lifestyle company. Basically, these are the lifestyle companies who give like products, clothes, like that. So lifestyle. The answer is that SBI Card has joined hands with Fab India. So SBI Cards and Payment Services joined hands with Fab India to launch an exclusively co-branded contactless credit card for its customers. Very important. Right? So this credit card gives reward points on retail spends with value bank on various spend categories, thus addressing the overall spending needs of the premium cardholder. Which institute has been ranked as the pioneering B school in the Positive Impact Rating 2021 recently? The institute that has ranked as the pioneering B school in the Positive Impact Rating 2021 is Goa Institute of Management. So Goa Institute of Management has been ranked as a pioneering B school in the Positive Impact Rating 21 recently. This report was launched by the UN Principles for Responsible Management Education Global Forum, held virtually from New York. A multinational project co-led by ISRO and NOAA that aims to improve the accuracy of coastal data based on satellite and land-based observation has been launched by a UN body for its use of innovative technology. So NOAA is located in which country? The answer is very simple. NOAA is of USA. So NOAA is basically stands for National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration. This belongs to USA, right? Very, very important. This will improve the accuracy of coastal data based on satellite and land-based observations that has been recently endorsed by the UN body. BRICS nations have unanimously agreed on an innovation cooperation at the 11th BRICS S&T Steering Committee meeting. Which of the following is not a member country of the BRICS? So BRICS stands for Brazil, Russia, India, China and South Africa. Automatically Botswana is not a member country. Very, very simple. Botswana is not a member country. Tax Inspector Without Borders is a joint initiative of the UNDP and the Organization for Economic Cooperation and Development. They have recently launched its program in which country? The answer is that this Tax Inspector Without Borders, this joint initiative of UNDP and Organization for Economic Cooperation and Development have launched their program in Bhutan. The program is expected to be of 24-month duration, during which India, in collaboration with UNDP and TIW Secretariat, aims to aid Bhutan in strengthening its tax administration by transferring technical know-how skills to its tax auditor through sharing of the best audit practices. Ministry of Tribal Affairs MOTA and which organization have collaborated on a joint mission for the Nishtha capacity building program for Eklavya school teachers and principals? The answer is that Ministry of Tribal Affairs and National Council for Research and Training, that is NCRT, have joined hand together to collaborate on a joint mission for Nishtha capacity building program for Eklavya school teachers and principals. Very important. Nishtha stands for National Initiative for School Heads and Teachers Holistic Advancement. Which organization has decided to set up a nano urea liquid manufacturing plant in Argentina in partnership with COOPERAR, that is the Cooperative Confederation of Argentina, and Instituto Nacional de Asociación Economía Social, INEAS. So which organization? The answer is IFCO. So Indian Farmer Fertilizer Cooperative. So Indian Farmer Fertilizers Cooperative are going to set up the nano urea fertilizer plant in Argentina, Brazil. Very important. National Skill Development Corporation and which company have announced an alliance to launch the Digital Skill Champion program that will aim to train India's youth on digital skills so as to make them employment ready? The answer is NSDC and WhatsApp are going to launch this Digital Skill Champion program. Through this program, school and university students will be coached to imbibe digital and online skill that will culminate with WhatsApp and NCDC awarding Digital Skill Champion certification. Very important. Which country has signed the framework agreement of the International Solar Alliance Framework Agreement, an instrument of ratification with India? So which country has signed this framework agreement of International Solar Alliance Framework Agreement? The answer is Denmark. So Denmark has signed the framework agreement with the International Solar Alliance Framework under the International Solar Alliance Framework Agreement, an instrument of ratification with India, informed the MEA. You must know that this alliance headquarters are in Gurugram, and it was an initiative that was led by the Prime Minister himself, joined by France, and then later on all the countries. Almost all the countries which have a good sun ratio, so near equator or between the Tropic of Cancer, lower than the Tropic of Cancer. Which country is going to host a 2-day summit on the Green Hydrogen Initiative involving the BRIC nations? So which country is going to host this? The answer is this Green Hydrogen Initiative will be held in India. So India is set to host this 2-day summit on the Green Hydrogen Initiative starting June 22 involving the BRIC nations. Triton Electric Vehicle has entered into a memorandum of understanding with which state government for setting up a manufacturing unit for electric buses in Zahirabad? The answer is that Triton Electric Vehicle has entered into a MOU for setting up the electric buses in Zahirabad with Telangana. So Triton Electric Vehicle are going to set up the 2100 crore manufacturing unit in Telangana, and it expects to employ 25,000 persons and produce 50,000 vehicles over the first 5 years. Which state government has signed an MOU with the British government under the Act for Green program, which aims to enable India and UK based startups to expand internationally through market entry support in their respective cross-border markets of interest? So Act for Green program, the answer is Maharashtra. So Maharashtra has signed this MOU with UK government to strengthen the startup ecosystem. Very important, Maharashtra. Right? This MOU was signed during a virtual ceremony organized by the Maharashtra State Innovation Society. Very important. World Vitiligo Day 2021 was observed on which date? So tell me, Vitiligo Day, it's a kind of a skin problem. The answer for the same is World Vitiligo Day was observed on June 25th. So World Vitiligo Day creates awareness about the rare skin disease. In around 1 to 2% of the population across the globe, people are suffering from this rare condition, right? This vitiligo occurs due to lack of melanin, that is loss of pigment creating pale which patches on the skin, right? So you have seen people with this. Actually, they are not diseased in that manner, like they don't have a communicable disease. This is vitiligo disease. This is a rare skin disease. Which of the following date was observed as the Day of Seafarer 2021? The answer is that the Day of Seafarer 2021 was observed on none of these dates, that is June 25th. So World Seafarer Day, this was observed on 25th June. And sea routes are an easy way to conduct trade. And for the past thousands of years, people around the world have been sending goods through seaways. but the profession of sailor and seafarers is hugely important. That's why this journey is made smooth and easy, and our orders from Amazon or eBay reaches us very fast. Thank you for watching, dear friends. I hope to meet you again with mock drills.